Hi, I'm Katie Allan.
Hi, I'm Rachel.
I'm Holly.
Tori.
My name's Livvy.
Cora Clark.
And I work at SKB Sails.
I'm currently working for Holly and Latham, who is a local boat builder in Cornwall, which I started a few years ago.
And I am a cover maker.
I'm part of the covers team, the covers department.
Training laminator.
At the moment, I'm working on console cover, some sail covers for a customer, a massive liveaboard barge cover.
So at the minute, we're working on the 35 Sport.
It's been the biggest project that I've ever been working on. So yeah, it's quite the challenge, but it's fun.
You put all the mat down dry, glue it all down, and then you put a bag on it and inject all the resin into it and do it like that.
My current project is Halcyon. I'm helping her restore an old Alsace postal boat that hasn't been to sea for 15 years. And she's in for restoration. She's been through several boatyards, and my job is to try and get her back in the water. What I love about this project is that it's local. It's quite easy. It's quite an easy thing to do. She's just quite a cool bit of history. I'm really passionate about local boats and local history and keeping these boats sailing.
I love the people that I'm working with. They're just all amazing. I've learned so much from them already.
It's been a really nice change, especially working with another woman. I've been able to settle into it quite nicely and actually enjoy what I'm doing.
And seeing, because there's a lot of pipes and things like that that go into it when you have to turn the resin on and just different things like that. It's very interesting to learn.
And also the work is so varied. Every day I come in and there's something different depending what's been dropped off. If the weather's been bad, then we might get a few more repairs coming in. Like I say, it's the biggest thing I've ever worked on. So it's great to push the boat out figuratively and literally.
Range of tools. There's a mixture of power tools and doing a lot of the sanding by hand, from scissors to tape, to staples.
Heavy duty sewing machines, acrylic canvas. Well, I use my scissors, the trusty, what's the brand of them? Viscers, scissors, yeah. Maybe a little promotional, you know.
Some things you skin, so you do laminate wet lay, and you just put the first 300-gram mat on it. Use a roller, brush it on like you would do wool.
Getting wood in and then machining it up into something useful, into the right sizes, the right dimensions for what I'm wanting to use it for.
At the end of the job, you have to put a bag on it and vacuum it down, which is interesting. So then you have to go around with all that. You got a little sniffer that you can use that tells you if there's any leaks in the bag.
It's being able to see the end product in your mind before you start the whole process.
It's quite challenging because she's been through several boatyards as part of her restoration. So there's lots of unfinished projects. There's lots of picking up something that somebody started a few years ago and nobody can remember where they were going with it.
I suppose just the size in general has made it quite difficult to maneuver and to work with. A more industrial environment is challenging. The machines are completely different. They behave in a different way. The fabrics are much heavier than I've used before. So yeah, just how to maneuver everything and get the best out of the fabrics that we're working with.
So with me, I'm not very good at maths. And a lot of laminating is maths, a lot of percentages, weighing, things like that. But you catch on pretty quick and then you start to do it and it's like you never really had a problem with it.
Note to self, in future, well, I didn't drill the original holes. Don't drill holes and line things up and then leave it 4 years before you reattach things. I normally work on big traditional boats as first mate, and it's hard to establish yourself as an authority figure, being young and being a woman. So it's been nice to share the stories with somebody else, with another woman who's been through similar things. So yeah, this project has helped me realize I'm not alone.
When I came here, I was trained as wet lay. So that was kind of put the mat on, use resin, put it on. That's what I did for about 2 years. And then they moved me over to infusion. So that's completely new to me. I've never done that before.
The skills are repeated all the time. It's that self-discipline and it's turning up, still keeping the same standard and knowing that at the end of it, everything's going to come together and you're going to create something beautiful.
And you've got to have a keen eye for detail.
Even smaller details like the flat seaming or hem and felling, the type of seams that we use, I use a lot when I'm making clothes. It's nice to kind of familiarise myself with the things I already know.
it's a different job and a different project, but you can kind of take what you've done and the way that you've worked things previously and then work out where to go with the next one.
It's a very itchy job. That's what I wish I knew.
I think for me, it's probably the confidence.
I mean, I suppose I'd wish I'd had a bit more confidence when I first started. Very much a male-dominated world that I was working in, so
I wish I'd thought about taking on someone like Tori right at the start, because just the energy you get from having another person working with you, and there is plenty of work for the two of us to do.
the process.
It's good seeing the final product.
The people that I work with, which is quite rare, they're so welcoming when I started. I feel like I'm working for fun every day. You know, we get to go out on the rib and explore Falmouth. Our office is out on the water.
I like seeing something come together.
I love going from taking something two-dimensional, turning it three-dimensional,
You see big pieces of wood come in and then you machine them up.
and then back to two-dimensional,
You fit them and you shape them and you carve them.
and then back finally into the 3D format of our final product.
Keeping the tradition going and making sure these boats don't end up rotting in creeks or in boatyards, it just breaks my heart. And I think everybody in this industry can relate to that. So we're all just working together to keep them floating, essentially. I guess just if you enjoy it, get out and do it. Like, find a way. Advice that I'd give to people looking to get into the industry is find what you love and keep doing it.
It's an odd profession to get into as a woman because there's a lot of blokes that aren't comfortable working with women laminators. They've never done it, but once they kind of get used to it, it's pretty simple. You know, I've made some friends for life here.
I was looking at some history books recently of like boat building and the industry in Falmouth, and all the pictures of men are just white men, and it's really nice to see actually that there's more women becoming involved in this kind of industry, and like strong women, not just women because they need the job, you know, it's because we like this and we're passionate about it. I've got teenage children and there's a lot in the press about getting them more involved, and for them seeing me getting involved in the sail making sort of environment and doing covers and stuff, I think is really empowering to them as well. It makes them realise what they can do as well, fulfil their potential.
Get a good network of people around you, whether that's women or men, but get a support network around you because it's not easy, but it's worth it. And yeah, if I'd listened to that little niggling voice in the back of my head that says you can't do this, I wouldn't be where I am today. Just go for it and you'll be surprised how many people support you along the way.
Always consider yourself an equal, because you are.